Morning, everybody. This is Jim with Compliance Professionals. So I'd like to tell you just a really quick story. A few months ago, it's been quite a few, as a matter of fact. I was talking with Dave Fuller, and he says, "Hey, Jim, do you have one of these books?" I said, "What book is that?" He said, "It's our task hazard analysis book." I said, I don't think I do." He gave me this one right here. It's a little old now. Now we go to this one, right? But this is the one he gave me. And so I put this in my car as I was driving around in my truck. And, during lunch hours, when I'd be out on the road waiting to go to the next location, to drive to the next location, I'd pull this book out and I'd take a look at it. And I would read through it. Ken Schaefer and Dave Fuller, when they put this thing together, they did a wonderful job. It's absolutely amazing. And if you will abide by the principles that's found in this book now, in the Green Book now, you're going to be a lot safer when you're on the job. The number one reason for people getting hurt on the job happens to be, and I've written it right here, complacency. This little manual, the task hazard analysis, eliminates a lot of the complacency on the job. And I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about it, if I may. I think it starts with the foreman that's on the job. As he goes through this, you guys, I know these are all over the place. I was talking with Dave. He said they're all over the place on the job. They're around. They're there for you to take a look at. And you can see all of the checklists that go along before they ask you to sign your name. Let's go over them just really quickly in a few of them, okay? First of all, you've got your PPE checklist. This is one of the most important checklists that there is. Remember the first rule of PPE, guys? You have to make the decision to put it on. If you don't make that decision, in some cases, you're not going to have it on when you really, really need it. And when you become complacent about things, that's when you get hurt in regards to personal protective equipment. Let me just read a few of them real quick. Hard hats, body harness, your lanyards, your safety glasses, your face shields and welding hoods, ear protection on the job. I've shown you a lot of times. That's why I've got a hearing aid right here. They didn't have ear protection on the job when I was young and your age. Gloves and boots. You got to make sure you've got all your PPE on for the day. It's there to protect you and to take care of you. Here's your safety checklist right here. Always check the following: oxygen and acetylene bottles, chemical storage. Check your extension cords prior to use. A lot of people laugh about that a little bit. They think that's funny. I'll tell you what, OSHA doesn't think it's funny. It's going to be like a $12,000 fine if they come by and they see an extension cord that's torn up while it's on the job. Wearing your safety vest, securing ladders in place. If they see a ladder leaning up against the next level up, how many feet above that level does it need to be? 3 feet. In some cases, I've seen them walk up that ladder, climb up that ladder, take out the ruler and stick it up there. Make sure it's 3 feet, just to check things out. Wearing your personal protective equipment for the task. When working at heights above 6 feet, make sure that you have your fall protection on. Report unsafe conditions immediately. If you see something wrong, immediately you should do that. Cover rebar to prevent impalement. Clear access to the work area. Wear proper gloves for work uniform and then use good setup, including sawhorses for cutting. Now, I can't go over every single one of these. I really can't. I mean, we'd be here all day long, wouldn't we? However, just stop and look at each one of these. You've got your crane assembly right here. After that, housekeeping rules, hoisting and rigging, unloading trucks, cutting and welding, demolition, preventing hand injuries, steel erection, and of course the foreman, they know these, they go over each and every one of them every single day. Bolt up, installing stabilizing cables, installing temporary perimeter cables, installing metal decking, the use of mag drills, we're almost there, use of hammer drill and or core drills, metal building, steel erection, and glass and glazing. One last one, precast erection. Then there's the process and considerations. I read through this piece several times. I always get up real early in the morning, and as I did so, I read through these three things that are very important. Number one, step one, all tasks can be broken down into individual steps, and each should begin with an action. Lifting, moving, carrying things. That's when people strain their backs and they get hurt, and then all of a sudden they don't show up for a week because they can't move. Then step two, what are the hazards associated with the steps? And it says right here, see the attached list for reference, which is, right over here. And then step three, recommending safe work procedures. Consider ways to eliminate the hazard first. That's what you always do. How do I eliminate this hazard? Control hazard by finding a safer way to perform the task. You might get a forklift, right? Lift something up off the ground. And then, are new employees to the crew instructed on the new THA? Has this task resulted in previous incident or injury? And then here's the part that I like right over here. Long pages. Here's the analysis right here. This is where you sum everything up, right? You break the task down into steps. That's, on the work that you're going to be doing that day. The foreman goes over this with you. The hazards associated with the steps, and then the safe work procedures. Over here, guys, this is the important part. This is where you sign your name. I hope before you do that you read down this list right here, and that you pay attention to it, and that you take a look at this also. These are very, very important. And the reason I say all of this is I don't want anybody to become complacent. I see numerous accidents every single year because of complacency. And when you sign your name to this every single day, don't just pull a pen out and sign it and you're done. Please, every time you sign your name to something, whether it's this or anything else in life, when you sign your name to something, you need to stop for a couple seconds and think about it. I read about the 5-second rule, I don't know, a long time ago. And whenever I say I want you guys to follow the 5-second rule, everybody thinks that means, well, I dropped my Oreo on the ground, quick, grab it, lift it up, blow it off, now it's okay. To everybody, that's the 5-second rule. Actually, the 5-second rule in regards to safety is stop, look around, take 5 seconds. Is what you're about to do going to be safe? Hey, take 10 seconds if you need it. Take 30 seconds if you really need it. However long you need to make sure you're going to be safe. That's what I want you to do. This takes it even a step further, and it's one of the best pieces I've ever seen. Okay, let's go over a little quiz we have for everybody. All right. This is on task hazard analysis. The first question is, does a task hazard analysis need to be filled out every day? Absolutely. 100% true. Every single day, because tasks change every day. You might be doing things different on the job. Number 2, I just spotted something that's really not very safe. I'll report it, A, by the end of the day, B, as soon as I get done with this job I'm doing, C, during my lunch break, or D, immediately. If you see something that's not safe, stop what you're doing and report it immediately. Number 3, my ladder extends 24 inches above the landing and it's tied off. Is that compliant with OSHA? No, false. It's got to be 36 inches above that next level and be tied off. Number 4, extension cords should be inspected before each use. True or false? That's absolutely true. And the reason is somebody who used that extension cord before you might have damaged it in some way. You bend over, you plug it in, you pick it up, you touch bare wires, and boom, you get a big shock and you get hurt. Guys, please be safe. Remember, the number one reason why people get hurt is complacency. Your task hazard analysis helps to eliminate that. Please take advantage of it, use it the right way, and use it the very best way. Thanks very much. Everybody be safe. I'll talk to you next month.